All right, guys, how's it going? Well, I have been to the cafe this morning and I have reviewed today's Spanish football dailies for you. Guess what dominates today? That's right. In fact, the majority of this video is going to be about him. So what I'm going to do is mention Mamardashvili first, because there's a little bit about Mamardashvili in the Spanish papers today. I'll mention that. And then the rest of the video is going to be about Huijsen, okay? So you might not want to watch it, I don't know. So Mamardashvili loses market value. That is in AS, which is a pro-Real Madrid newspaper. The goalkeeper's price has dropped by 15 million after signing for Liverpool. The post-season of Valencia is causing the players in their squad not to appreciate it in value, and in many cases the opposite is happening with their market value decreasing. One of the most notable cases is that of Georgi Mamardashvili. According to Transfer Market, a portal specialising in player valuations, the Valencia goalkeeper has seen his market value drop by 10 million euros in just 3 months, and 15 million since the summer, right when he signed for Liverpool. Mamardashvili is not having his best sporting moment. Last season, he became one of the best goalkeepers in La Liga, and his performance in the Euros kept him as the most valued goalkeeper in the world. In fact, he started the season with a value of 45 million, and now his value stands at 30 million, exactly what Liverpool paid for the Georgian a few months ago before loaning him to Valencia. Despite the drop, he remains the highest valued goalkeeper in La Liga. Ahead of all the big names, all the big names in the division, Real Madrid, Barcelona, wherever, do you know what I mean? All the big clubs. Valencia is a big club. But basically, they're saying, they're making a big deal out of his market value going down. It makes any difference whatsoever, to be honest with you. Transfer Market, I see some valuations on there and I think, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? So I won't worry too much about that, guys. He's Anfield bound, as you know, in the summer. He hasn't been playing very well recently. He's come under a lot of criticism, to be honest with you, but he's playing in a very poor Valencia side. But the journalists acknowledge that, he's playing, behind these shaky defenders or whatever. But they're still saying, well, he's costing Valencia points with his howlers. The thing is, a few months back, they were saying how great he was and that he'd saved points for them. So I wouldn't be worried too much about that. Now, listen, the rest of this video is going to be about Huijsen. That's right. I saw him in action the other night when I went to the Spain-Netherlands game, and he was amazing. I made a video about it last night. I do apologise. I was very tired. I don't think it was a very good video, but I watched him throughout the match. He was phenomenal. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. You wouldn't think he was 19 years of age. Not only is he a great defender, but he's great at going forward. He's like an attacking midfielder. And his long balls of delivery, and that was just phenomenal, worth every penny. £50 million release clause there. He is going to be a huge star. And Liverpool have an interest in him, but if they don't act quick, it's not going to happen because Real Madrid are showing some serious interest in him. The only positive there in our favour is Real Madrid are not looking for a centre-back at the moment. They've got Asensio that's come through not so long ago. They've got another 4 really good centre-backs coming through the youth ranks, though. They're not quite ready yet. But because he's outstanding, they may have to go in for him a little earlier than maybe they would like to. So what I'm trying to say here is if Liverpool don't move now, or other clubs move now, he'll end up at Real Madrid. And if Real Madrid move for him anyway this summer, that's where he'll go. I don't think he'll go anywhere else. So there's a few things that I want to mention about the coverage. As you can see, dominates the front page of AS and the inside pages. He's also mentioned in Marca today, and maybe another or whatever. So I'm going to go through the article here. There's going to be nothing else in this video about Liverpool players or Liverpool links or former Liverpool players or anything like that. The rest of the video is going to be focused on him, so you might want to switch off if you haven't already. So Operation Huijsen is the headline there. Real Madrid's pursuit intensifies. The front page dedicated to him. The accompanying text here down this side, Madrid will pursue its signing this summer despite intending to delay it until 2026 due to the competition from Liverpool, Chelsea and United. The related spread inside is titled Huijsen is a Madridista. Much of Europe wants Dean Huijsen, they write, but only one team, Real Madrid, has an advantage over the rest of the world for one major reason. Huijsen is a Madridista. The big sensation in the Nations League knockout round does not hide his preference. Quote, "It is a great honour for a club like Madrid to have me in their plans." But this public statement is even less forceful than what he expressed in front of the Federation representatives, Francis Hernandez and Tito Blanco, when they came to convince him to give up the captaincy of the Netherlands under-19 team to play for Spain. In that meeting, he admitted that his big dream was to play for Real Madrid and that playing for La Roja brought him closer to his goal, La Roja, Spain. And indeed, that's how it's turned out. So we know that he's got aspirations of playing for Real Madrid, right? So if Real Madrid and Liverpool go for him in the summer, we know where he's going to go, right? The only chance we have of getting him, I think, is if Real Madrid do not make their move this summer. Madrid is amazed by how Huijsen 19 rose to the occasion under the pressure of the Rotterdam crowd. Quote, "We already knew he was very good, but now we also know he has the personality needed to play for Madrid," admit sources at the club, who believe he will blend very well with Asensio and that together they could form the partnership of the future. Real Madrid has long applied a very specific recruitment policy. Young players with the potential to keep growing, preferably international, and with experience in top clubs, and with experience at top clubs. Huijsen meets all the requirements. Trained at Malaga, he moved to Juventus, blah, blah, blah. You know all this. Then obviously ended up at Bournemouth. They paid 15 million for his transfer. What sets him apart from all other defenders is that he has accumulated 1,050 passes, a figure that places him above other central defenders in England. Against the Netherlands at the Mestalla, he showed his passing quality with the assist to Yamal for Spain's third goal. In addition to his abilities, he adds aerial security, standing at 1.98 metres tall, strength when needed and versatility to play both right and left. Although he is right-footed, he could leave this summer for £50 million. However, bringing Huijsen out of England won't be easy. Madrid will face competition. The three big English clubs, Chelsea, Manchester United and Liverpool, have also shown interest, with Liverpool preparing for the departure of Van Dijk. That's speculation. But at one point, he's going to obviously move on. In fact, Madrid wouldn't have thought, if Dean Huijsen stayed one more year at his current club, where he still has 4 years left on his contract. I don't really understand that. I think they're saying that they would have. I think they're saying there that they were in no rush to go and get him. Like, I think that's like what the article's saying. Like, the Medic might have looked at him next year, but the other clubs are like showing some real strong interest in him that they might have to move now. I think that's what that means. This is translated. Remember, I did it about 7 o'clock this morning in the cafe. They talk about, replacing older defenders at Madrid who are already well into their 30s. But as Cliver, Huijsen's teammate at Bournemouth, said, I don't think Huijsen will stay with our team next season. At Real Madrid, they know that securing the player won't be cheap, but they also expect Huijsen to help in the process by making public what everyone around him already knows, his strong desire to wear the white shirt. There is no rush because they also know that the player has the personality to handle the situation with the help of his father, Donny, who played alongside Seedorf in Ajax's youth teams and moved to Spain to Marbella when Dean was only 5 years old. I am and feel Spanish. I have my friends here and come here on holiday, he has said. That's why in February 2024, his naturalisation by letter of nature was approved. That's to do with him, swapping from the Netherlands to Spain. Every time he touched the ball in the game for the Netherlands against the Netherlands the other night, he was booed. Right, so that's AS's take on it, right? Marca, Huijsen complicates things for De La Fuente. That's the Spain coach, manager. Basically, they say that Huijsen has caused a good problem, because now Spain has 5 centre-backs competing for 4 places in the squad. They're right. From the double encounter against the Dutch, Spain comes away with the certainty that Dean Huijsen is a player of authority. For the Spanish defence, for a long time. At 19 years old, the central defender born in Amsterdam has shown an authority beyond his years. Sport. Huijsen convinces Madrid. I'm not going to read all that to you, but basically they say he impressed in his debut with the Spanish national team and has caught the attention of Real Madrid. The club is interested in securing his services as a strategic signing for the future. He fits Madrid's recent recruitment policy, a young left-footed defender with great potential. The other one said he was right-footed. Despite competition, Madrid is keen on signing him as a future reinforcement, especially with Rudiger and Alaba's contracts expiring in 26. The signing is not urgent, but it fits perfectly into Madrid's long-term plans. And then again, the player is quoted, "It is an honour when such a big club shows interest in me. Right now, I'm just thinking about finishing the season well. And then, when the time comes, we will see." A journalist, Alfredo Relano, writes an opinion piece in AS, back to AS, which is on the back page, which basically says he needs to be signed by Real Madrid, and that he, the journalist, dreams of a future pairing with Asensio, and that the £50 million shouldn't scare the Spanish giants. Mundo Deportivo spares us more Huijsen coverage. They don't mention him today. That is a pro-Barcelona newspaper like Sport. But fortunately, they don't mention him. Otherwise, we would be here all day. So there you go. How was about that then? So I think, this... you know this anyway, right? Because I spoke about this multiple times before. He moved to Spain when he was 5. He sees himself as more Spanish. He has aspirations to play in Spain one day. That was the interview he gave before he was even selected for international duty, which came through injury, if you remember. Someone dropping out. Was it Martinez? I can't remember the name of the kid. So it's got Real Madrid written all over him. Do you know why? Because Real Madrid are a serious club. They don't fuck around. They want the best players. They are an elite club. They're not fronting to be an elite club. They are an elite club. The only thing is they are not in the market for a centre-back at the moment. So like they're saying there, they were maybe looking at next year, or this would be a strategic signing, meaning, this would be further down the line. I genuinely think if anyone else has got a chance of getting him, they're going to have to act quick. Really, really quick. And someone asked me today, would you sacrifice Virgil van Dijk for Dean Huijsen? What did I say? I said yes. That's how highly I rate him. And I think he is going to be phenomenal. But an elite club shouldn't have to sacrifice Virgil van Dijk. They should have him and Huijsen. They would make a great partnership, by the way, just saying. So it's got Real Madrid written all over it, but it could only happen if Real Madrid go in for him. And if they're going for him this summer, there you go. £50 million, we're managed, our expectations are managed. We won't spend £50 million on a 19-year-old. Well, because we shouldn't do that, because we need that money for someone else. We won't spend £50 million on fucking 24. You know what I mean? Like, they manage our expectations to... We already concede defeat, and it's quite depressing being a Liverpool fan. So the only thing is, Richard Hughes apparently played a part in that player eventually going to Bournemouth. I think he might have gone in just after he left. I'm not sure, guys. I don't pay much attention to what happens at Bournemouth, to be honest with you. Don't care. So there shouldn't be any criticism, maybe, aimed at Liverpool with this one as well. And I'll tell you why. Because Richard Hughes is going to be far more knowledgeable than you or I with the ins and outs of his situation. And if he knows, well, no, he's going to, he wants to go there, or, he could come to Liverpool, but he'll want to go to Real. Do you know what I mean? Like, he will have more knowledge about these things. So the thing is, would you spend 50 million? I would. He's worth it, guys. I'm telling you, he's fucking great, and he's going to be a great player. He already is a great player, but he's going to be absolutely massive. So, like I say, I know many of you will be watching this going, waste of time talking about him. We won't spend 50 million on a 19-year-old. I agree, because our expectations are managed to think that way, and it's a waste of time talking about him. Donkey's off to Real Madrid. He can't go to Real Madrid unless Real Madrid go in for him. There's mixed reporting from the Madrid-based media. Some say they're in for him, some say they're thinking about it. They're very impressed, there's no doubt about that. The only chance you've got of signing that kid is if Real Madrid don't go in for him this summer, I think. That's it. All right. So I'm going to leave that with you. My job's just to tell you what's in the press concerning Liverpool players, players linked with Liverpool, former Liverpool players, etc., etc. So that's it. I'm going to leave you with it. So at least you got a bit about Mamardashvili. Very, very good player. As you can see, from nowhere, he's making all the headlines in Spain. And yeah, 50 million. I would give anything for that fucker to end up at Liverpool. I really would. I think he'd be at Liverpool for 10 years if you can keep hold of him. But there you go. Like I say, Real Madrid, they don't want a centre-back at the moment. They'll be buying him out of, for the future, like planning for the future. So that's the thing. Will they go, we have to get him? Or will they go, well, we just don't need him at the minute? That's the thing. So any club interested in signing him, they need to act now before them Spanish for friends of ours do so. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I've got more things to talk about today. I think I might have a couple of exclusives coming up. Today's exclusives, got a couple of them. That's not my joints, by the way. It's the chair. Need some WD-40. You what? Sorry, where was I? Sorry, I was just thinking about our last. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, we've got a couple of those vids coming up today. We're going to be talking about Trent today. All the hysteria about Trent today, because TalkSport said something that's quite funny, isn't it? My peoples that have been around this channel for ages, we're not fucking stupid. We know what's going on with Trent, don't we, guys? And we have done for fucking months. Even Fabrizio Romano's trying to get in on it today. Deal on. No shit, Sherlock. Do you mean? And I know exactly why the British media are mentioning Trent Alexander-Arnold as the deal being done. Done again. How many times has this deal been done? We'll talk about it later today. We'll be more level-headed about it than people flapping on social media. Good luck. I can't wait to read. I tweeted yesterday, I think, or posted yesterday on this channel. I can't wait to see Trent at Real Madrid. Buzzing. Looking forward to it, mate. It gives me a reason to go to the cafe every morning now. That's got to be a good thing, hasn't it, guys? I'll tell you another thing as well. I'm live on here today at 6 o'clock UK. Not this afternoon, no. Because I've got to meet a friend in half an hour that's visiting from England, and he's in the next town along, and I should be on my way there right now. All right, so I'll leave you with it. Let me know your thoughts. I think you will feel the same as me, that this isn't going to happen. But if there is any chance of it happening, Liverpool are going to have to act very, very, very quickly. They are. This hysteria, this coverage will ease off in Spain, I think. Once the internationals are out of the way. But he was very, very impressive in those two games, his first two games for the Spain seniors. If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee, hit the super thanks button, the love out under the video. And I will give you a shout out in my morning briefing tomorrow morning. Tell everyone how fucking amazing you are. Don't forget my morning briefings are on my other YouTube channel. There's one on there right now. YouTube.com/Duncan Oldham. It's probably popped up on the screen somewhere. And I'll catch up with you later today. Don't forget, live on here tonight at 6. All right. I missed the button. That's what she said.